What's good? I'm Nomad the Native, and you are tuned into The Snippet, a comfortable spot where we let the art spark the conversation. I link with artists, and we take a deep dive into the emotions and context that drive our creativity. So, join us as we connect, collaborate, and converse here on The Snippet. What's good? It's Nomad the Native sitting here, but sitting there, it's Melani Midas, my man.
What's up, man?
What's good?
How are you?
I'm good. It's good to have you on the show.
It's lovely to be here, man.
And if you didn't know, now you know. You were watching The Snippet. Tell the people in the camera right over there. Look in the camera. Tell them niggas. Who are you? What you do?
I am 29 years old. I am a Caribbean American trans musician, artist, producer, storyteller, sometimes chef when I'm feeling like it. But yes, I love to express myself and also self-regulate through my practices and mediums. Yeah.
You know what the name of the show is, right?
The Snippet.
So that means you gotta play a snippet. You ready?
Okay. Let's
What's the name of the song?
So this song is a single. It's scheduled to drop in January. It is called Away. Yeah, it's about like you ever just want to get away, but not like you're going to the Bahamas. It's like this shit is ghetto. Let's get the fuck from here.
It's ghetto.
That type of vibe.
I got you.
Let's get away from here. Let's get away from here. I do believe I do
Let's get away.
Let's get the fuck away from here. Come on, let's go.
Here. That's the that was like the end of the song, right?
That's the end. Yes, the end. Well, that's the hook. That's the chorus that goes throughout. You ever seen the episode of SpongeBob where I feel like most episodes, whenever there's always those key characters that are doing like my leg, or there's very key
That
things
catchphrase.
or any type of repetitive thing. You know, the woman, she's always like taking her kids away. Like, come on, kids, like,
Yes,
let's
I know
go.
what you're talking about. SpongeBob.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Let's get away. Okay. Let's get away from here. What are you trying to escape? What are you trying to get away from?
So I made this song on Monday. And this is the first, I guess, time kind of opening my mouth or making any, like touching my instruments or making any music in a while. I want to say, since the summertime, I haven't made any new music since the spring. I stopped making music in the spring.
It's been months.
It's been months. A lot more performing in the summertime, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and I was just very like kind of quiet, like mute, like in all the regards that you can think of, just not expressing like at all. And so I feel like I'm not necessarily writing about a person or anything, but I guess like when I write, sometimes it's like a mouthpiece for what's happening in here. If I'm not like when you journal, you don't know what, you just dump your brain. You don't know what the fuck's going on until you read it back.
I feel you.
So I think that I'm trying to get away from that space that I was in, that hole
Of
that
not expressing
of
it,
not
of not being expressive.
of not being expressive, like not getting out of bed, like not like just literally just not doing anything. So let's get away from this place, like, and I can always get away from it through music or creating.
I was thinking about this. I was meaning to ask, because I feel like we've talked about this in the past, like on a personal, actually like the other day we talked about this on a personal note.
Yeah.
How you do photography as like a means of personal journaling.
Yes.
And it made me think, I wonder if the other mediums that you work in, because you work in multiple mediums of art, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Photography, you DJ, you play instruments.
Yes.
So Are there other forms of creativity like journaling for you as well? It sounds like yes, because you was talking about how like the song was you journaling your way through what you were
Yes.
feeling.
Well, yeah. So through my lyrics and my words, I feel like that's journaling. And what is journaling? Communicating to like your journal, literally. If not, then I probably would vent to my friends.
Recording your
or
thoughts.
recording your thoughts, essentially. I also get the chance to. I feel I've found a new form of like visual journaling. I guess like not pictures per se, but instead of kind of writing about the day or like filming the day or taking pictures of my day, I'll use whatever remnants of the day, be it like things that I have in my pocket, like candy wrappers, or like if I have like a bunch of Halls wrappers in my day, in my pocket for the day. I'm like, okay, that day probably I was like sick or something, or
So
maybe
you
I'll
take
have like.
pictures of the whole, like a handful of rappers in your hand,
So
take a
I've
picture.
been scanning them actually. I've been using like a photo scanner, a flatbed scanner as a camera of sorts to kind of document. And I have like a collection. I want to print them out and kind of just have it so I can flip through it like how I would my actual journal. But I think the last thing I scanned was a postcard from. I won this like a friend of mine. He does like these questions of the day. Like for 30 days, he's asking people questions, and then he's sending them postcards with nice messages for like the winner of the day. So he sent me one, and I scanned that. And then a few of my friends were working on like some pieces that involve wood and like some furniture and things. So I took like some remnants of the wood and the shavings to scan that, and it's like that kind of. It's like an imprint of the day, or in a way, like sometimes I might like have little notes and to contribute to the journal aspect of it, but yeah, I think that's all.
All right, so like,
Yeah.
what do you think your artistic journaling, like, and because obviously you have different types of journaling,
Yeah.
but what do you think your artistic journalings say about you as a person or as an artist?
It makes me believe that everything that I have to express is worth putting somewhere, even if it's not for anyone else's consumption. It just allows, like, I am able to discover new things by just trying. Like, let's see what happens if we just like put our face on this scanner, and or just something. Let's just like something, like just try whatever that initial thought that you like is. I just kind of just try it.
Going with your feelings.
Going with my feelings. So just trusting myself, being able to trust myself enough to express, and not even regard the fact that no one will probably ever see any of this stuff.
How often do you like go back and like review over stuff? Like, if you know what I mean? Because if it's like, I'm sure like when it's like art or something for consumption of others.
Yes.
Like for instance, the song you just played me, right?
Yes.
Or we just played. I'm sure that you review that often because you're trying to make sure that it's polished and presentable. But like the other things that maybe songs that you don't plan on releasing that are just for you, or like even the visual journaling. How often do you go back and review that stuff?
I couldn't really tell you how often. I know that it's needed at my lows, and I don't know how often that would typically happen, but it helps with kind of reigniting and re-inspiring myself. Like, it's like I feel like I can't, whatever that can't is. But it's like, but you did. Go back and flip through the pages. There's stuff here you can take from this. And sometimes I will go back and take a little, like, snip a little crumb from this thing and put it in a different thing and Frankenstein it to something else, so to speak.
I feel that.
Or
I've done
take
that with
like
music.
Yeah, with
Like-
even with music too, going back to like a little voice memo. Like I had the phone chucked in the corner, just fucking around, probably taking like the intro and building an entire, like composing
Turning it into
so
something
many
brand
things
new
around
after-
that.
yeah.
So I always come back to these things when I need inspiration, for like outside of the inspirations that I tap into,
But I think that's fire though. Like you get to treat yourself as inspiration.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's fucking great.
Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes you can inspire yourself,
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
inspire
It's
yourself.
but you have to give yourself the opportunity to do that. So like, you got to record yourself. You have to like
That too.
capture yourself in moments when you're just fucking around.
I look at it as like, for me with like my highs and my lows, I look at it as like Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll's encouraging Hyde, or whichever one's like the monster or whatever, the experiments.
Mr. Hyde is the monster.
And
Dr. Jekyll is the doctor.
Right, so Dr. Jekyll inspiring Dr. They're the same person. They're the same fucking person, right? Or is that just from,
I don't.
they're not
you
the
know
same
what?
person? Aren't they the same
If I'm
person?
being honest with you, I never read that book.
They're the same person.
I mean, it's the same
I
body.
learned it from
but, like,
Arthur.
are they the same person?
They're this. It's like
The Jekyll, Hyde,
Jekyll, Hyde, Jekyll.
That's funny.
Jekyll,
All
Jekyll,
right.
Hyde, Jekyll, Hyde. Yeah, no, that. So yeah, imagine Dr. Jekyll inspiring Mr. like Hyde. You know, like that's kind of how I feel sometimes. And it goes in like it just rotates.
Cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feed into each other.
Exactly.
Both versions of you feed into one another in order to keep the energy flowing.
Exactly.
Keep the creativity flowing.
It's balance, yeah.
Balance. You gonna play a game?
Ooh, there's games, yeah.
Yes.
Let's play some games.
Let's play a game. All right, so simple.
Okay.
It's real simple, right? See the different letters, right? We're gonna pick a topic, and you have 10 seconds to hit a letter and say a word in the category that matches the letter.
Okay.
Okay. We want to say mediums of art. Okay.
Okay.
Like art. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
For instance, sculpting.
Okay.
Your turn.
Abstract art.
Lyrical art. Oh, time running out.
Photography.
Origami.
Decorative
Decorative?
or something?
Oh, that counted,
Not
but
decorative. What's that?
I don't know what
Decoupage? You know where you roll up the little pieces of paper and you glue it mad intricate on the. It's like decoupage. I made this up. I don't know.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know if that's the word. But funny, when you roll it up with paper, that sounds like weed.
The weed.
The weed. You ready for the real round?
Yeah, no, we got the brain warmed up.
All right.
I think I could think of words.
The topic is things you discovered about yourself through your art.
Okay, that's a different. That's what we're
Yeah.
playing with this one.
This round.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna start it off. You ready?
Yes. Wait, how many seconds is on this? Like 30?
10.
10. Oh, 10.
Yeah, you have 10 seconds. It's just simple things that you've learned about yourself. It doesn't have to be the most profound thing, all right?
Yeah.
So, I've learned that I can be restrained. I've learned restraint through my art.
I've learned to be myself.
You hit the button.
Oh.
I've learned patience.
I learned that. Oh, hit it. I learned that fear is fugazi as hell.
It's fugazi. I've learned. I found happiness, and I'm a happy person through my art.
Dedication and devotion.
I've learned trust in my art.
I've learned love through my art.
I've learned everything through my art.
I've learned how to actualize through my art.
I've learned to be calm through my art.
I've learned to manifest through my art.
I've learned yep.
Oh dang!
That's the game. You beat me.
I was gonna pick N next and say I've learned that I love Nomad the Native through my art.
I love you too. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh, you not started
Like,
this timer.
So yeah, how we make it?
We just gonna
stop
let
now?
it. We just gonna let it go off.
Sorry, y'all.
All right. So What's some words that he said? Yeah, devotion and dedication. How have you been devoted and dedicated? Tell me. Let's go into some details over some of these words.
Okay,
Like,
how?
How have you learned devotion and dedication, or how have you discovered that through your art?
We're gonna start with a different D word, and that's doubt. The big D.
The big D. That's wild. All right.
Don't doubt yourself, but I doubted myself for a really long time. Like, it's interesting. We have like these little things that, like, these little particles in our mind that kind of just like, it's like, who said that? Who wrote that? Like, who? And so this doubt created a really interesting life for myself. I reached a point. I reached a wall. This wall required me to kind of really spiral. And I think we kind of met back up around that time. This is around the time when I moved back from New York. I decided that when I came back, I wanted to dedicate and devote I'm an artist, but specifically to music. And it wasn't like, okay, well, I'm home now, like, let's just hop in the studio. I came home, I don't think I touched music until 3-4 months in. I first started just going to the gym. So I was like, I want to dedicate and devote myself to paying attention to what I do to my body and what I put in my body. At first it was like to look a certain way, but what Jill Scott Heron said, the revolution won't be televised. So the real work that was going on at the gym and things like that were things that people wouldn't even be able to see. Like, yeah, I'm still small, like I'm strong, But I go up and down in weight, but kind of what took place there is not something that anyone can
consistency and
can see.
Caring for yourself.
Like and the change that happened. So devoting myself to the gym, not only that, but devoting myself to seeing like professional mental health is so important, like therapy, talking to somebody about things. Not only that, using the gym to build up like stamina and things. So my gym has like a ballroom, and so like going in there and doing fucking jumping jacks or jump rope while like doing scales and things like that,
Or like practicing your scales while you're doing jump rope.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds exhausting.
And this when I first moved back home, I had a wanting to like, again, devote myself to music and perform. I had not performed any music. Well, I did right before I moved. Like I tested some shit out in New York. But when I came back home, I was like, I want to perform. I want to share what I've been working on. I can't keep just playing this shit for my friends in the car and stuff like that. And so I knew that if I at least get my lungs up a certain way, like I had nowhere to go to perform, but it's like at least when I get there, like be ready. Don't wait to get the call and then start devoting yourself to it. Already be there. So when someone says, "Hey, what's up?" It's like, "Oh shit, yeah, I'm ready. I've been training for what? I don't fucking know." But I'm ready.
Working through your own doubt and like dedicating time and energy to what you love.
Exactly.
And just caring for yourself in general.
Exactly. So the devotion kind of started there, and I performed the most shows of my music ever in my life. Like just stuff that I produced. I had a moment in February where I had a whole band. I taught like a band everything I composed, and I never heard my music like that before. It lived outside of my little phone on a stage, and I was ready for it type vibe. And so I'm continuing to devote myself. I was in a little slump at the end of the summer, but knowing those little small baby steps that are considered devotion, even if it's like just getting out of bed, I'm devoted to slowly creeping back up.
Yeah.
Dedicated to getting back.
It doesn't always have to look the same every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Little pieces of devotion every day.
I feel that.
So,
All right, I got another.
yeah.
I want to tell me something that you've learned that you manifested through your art. Because you said manifestation was you learned to manifest through your art. That was one of your words.
Yeah. How did I manifest through my art?
What's a thing that you have manifested through your art?
Money.
My nigga, yeah. That's another M word.
Yeah.
Manifesting money.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like when I it's interesting when you want something so bad, it's like it runs away from you. But when you kind of like surrender to it, it's like it's so easy. Once you kind of let your grip up a little bit, so to speak.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. And so I've just been trying to figure out how to, ebb and flow into a flow state. Sometimes I'm a lot more closed off, but manifesting just looks like literally just coming up with ideas, through whatever medium, for whatever reason, a need for an expression at the time. And someone's like, oh my God, here is $300 for whatever you just did or whatever.
That's fire.
It's like, oh,
That's
okay,
fire.
I needed that. I need a new thing for my car. So this is kind of perfect. Halloween, I don't know if this is considered manifesting, but Halloween, I don't know. Halloween, I was able to manifest this guitar. Let's just say that. I manifested this guitar Halloween. And I've also haven't been writing because I've been needing a new guitar to write with. I really am not a guitarist for real. I really just kind of just put things together, but having this has been able to get me back into my writing state as well. And off the whim, during Halloween, it just came. It just came to me, and yeah, didn't really have to do much.
But it's something that you kind of needed anyway.
Very much
And
needed.
it just came to you rather than.
That
I
too.
love
It's
that.
like what's on your heart, and like with the laptop that I'm producing on too, was just handed to me, And I was like, I need to finish my project, like this project I'm working on. My MacBook's fucked. My MacBook's fucked up right now, and I can't afford to fix it. But someone said, hey,
another laptop just fell into your lap.
Literally, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
And
that
that's
sounds like
how
provision.
the song you heard today.
Yeah.
That's how this kind of it takes a team that we can see and then we can't see.
Yeah,
You know.
I love that. I got one last thing for you because we about to wrap up. You ready?
Okay.
I want you to like flip this card over
Okay.
and just go ahead and flip the card over. I'm gonna let you. What would you say to that person?
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. That's that's what I got. Wow. And I love you so much. And you're all right. It's nothing wrong with you, man. Like, keep on doing this. Keep on. Don't stop. Don't ever stop. That's what I would tell them at the time. Her, I would tell. This, you don't. Oh man, you don't even. You don't even know. You don't even fucking know, man. Oh, that's the camera. This is a good friend of mine, Jawanza Charles. This guy, he's a genius.
In the blue?
In the blue. This man's a genius. Basically, just put me onto everything that I needed to know as a musician, which is really interesting.
And that's
my
you playing
path.
keys.
But, he was the choir director. He started a youth choir, and he had me play keys. And that's where I kind of got a lot of, my little gospel kind of infused training in ways. This is crazy, man. You did some digging, brother.
I be doing my
You
research.
did some digging.
We try to be thorough over here at the Snippet. Hey man,
Wow.
I feel like it's important to look back on. We feel like it's important to look back on the journey, the entire journey, as much as you can, and be present with where you are in the journey now. And it's really good to see you in where you're at in the journey.
There's a small tear.
I really appreciate you coming through on the show, man.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you
Very
so much
welcome.
for having me.
You're very welcome.
This is a beautiful experience. Thank you.
For sure. My nigga. So,
Thank
hey.
you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
So, once again, this was Melani Midas.
Midas. Might as well.
Might as well. The Midas touch. And I'm Nomad the Native. And this was the Snippet, my nigga. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
Let's get away. Let's get away from here.
I do believe I truly do believe I do believe.
Hey, yo. Hey, son, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if so, then comment, like, subscribe, follow, disagree, whatever. I mean, this is a show by the artist for the artist. So, if you want to be featured, just hit us. There ain't nothing but an email or a DM away. Until next time, peace.